Okay, so there are two lists that we gotta make. A list of what I want to make and a list of what I need to get to make those meals. Usually I like to write it down and I write it on my iPad. You can write it on any sort of notepad. So usually to help me create a list of what I want to make for my meals, I have a ton saved on my Instagram, and I'm sure you guys do too. So just go into that and then literally just pick out the meals that you want to make. I usually go for something, I don't know, look good to me. First thing, because I still have a few things in the fridge, so I want to prioritize those meals first before I add other meals into this list. So first, I have spaghetti sauce. I also have spaghetti. I don't really want to make meatballs because that's just take a while. I can prep it, but I don't really wanna. That's usually my thought process. But I could just get some ground beef, just to make meat sauce. But my meat sauce is good though. I have rosemary at home. I don't need any other herbs. Ground beef for meat sauce. Spaghetti gai bao, which is a Vietnamese beef salad, one of my favorite. So and it's really easy to make. So I want that on the list. And then let's take a look at my saved recipes. I'm so tired. I don't really want to do this, but tough shit, Chloe. Tough shit. Who's gonna do it for you? Fish. I have fish at home, but I'm kind of fish out right now. Wow, nothing looks good to me right now. Like what? Oh, I want to do marinated eggs and quail eggs. These make such good snacks or small meals. Some roasted or baked chicken thighs. And I usually marinate it with sriracha, mustard, and the Japanese barbecue sauce. Delicious. I want to make some pho. We're gonna make some stir-fried ramen with beef. I literally just thought about something. What was I thinking about? I have a headache. Wow, this is not going so good. I think I have something from last week that I haven't made. Oh, pork ribs, radish soup. I also have fish, so I would just add poke bowls. I don't know, sushi bowl, depending on what I feel like during the week. I would like 2 more options before we move on to our ingredient list.
So we have to have cilantro, both the stems and the leaf. Like some mint leaves.
I have
Just gonna
mint.
stack them.
Maybe I need more mint.
And the rotation, like to eat this with rice.
Okay, and then we'll add lard into it. Looks simple enough to make. I've never made it, but can't be that hard. Okay, so now we have 10 meals or 10 options that I can make. We have meat sauce with spaghetti, this is beef salad, marinated eggs, baked chicken thighs, marinated pho, stir-fried ramen with beef, pork ribs, radish soup, poke bowls or sushi bowls, lard, and tantan mian. That's the final list. And then now I'm gonna make the grocery list. What ingredients we need, what ingredients we already have in the fridge and in the pantry. More mint, maybe some thyme. You can type it on your phone too, but I just like writing it down. Wait, do I need soy sauce? Eggs, quail eggs, chicken, more noodles, pork ribs, maybe ground pork. I think that's all I need. Okay, now that I have a list of ingredients that I need to get and I need to restock in the house, I do organize it into 2 different lists because there are 2 different grocery stores that I go to. I shop most of my groceries at Wingo just because the price is so much better and the avocados there always hit, always so creamy, always on point, and the price you can't beat. But there are certain things that you can't really get at Wingo, like some Asian stuff. Specialties, I would have to go to 99 Ranch or H Mart for that. That's why I split my grocery list into 2 lists. My list for H Mart or 99 Ranch is a lot smaller though. Oh, and I usually put produce first too, just because they're kind of in the same area. I also want tomatoes, radish, avocado. Did I sriracha it? Wingo? I think so. milk, honey, strawberry, oh, fruits as well. Wait, okay. Actually, I want milk down here because that's where eggs are. Eggs. Eggs. And then I also meat, lamb broil, pork ribs, and chicken thighs, ground pork, bread and greens. Oops. Ground pork. I put greens. Oh, sesame oil. So quail eggs. This. Oh gosh. And this. Okay, and this is H Mart. I'll go get groceries tomorrow. I don't know if I have time to go to both store. Probably just Wingo tomorrow. I will take you guys to both. Oh yeah, I forgot to put chia seeds pudding. I think that's it. I keep remembering shit. We're done for today. We'll go get groceries tomorrow, and then I think we're also prepping the ingredients tomorrow. First, we're gonna talk store before prepping. I love these deli containers, and I would suggest you also store your prepped ingredient in these containers just because they're actually airtight and they keep your food fresh for much longer. You can buy them. I just save them from takeouts that I order. These are the ones that they're a little bit harder to open, but they keep your food fresh and they don't spill. But that's all. That's all I have to say about storage. Oh my god. And then prepping. Get yourself a chef knife. Please don't prep with a paring knife. This is not for prepping. I don't know if I needed to say that, but just in case. So, all right, let's show you guys what I have to prep. Okay. So we got a lot of vegetables to prep. I got bok choy, king oyster. I love king oyster. Some kale to cut. I went to a restaurant and they made a barbecue place, and they had kale Caesar, and that was like one of the best things. So I'm going to try to recreate that at home. Spring onions, parsley, bell peppers, radish daikons. I'm going to marinate some quail eggs. I didn't even know that you could buy canned quail eggs until I saw like one of the marinated Korean eggs recipes. Oh gosh, changed my life. If you know, quail eggs, like fresh quail eggs, are expensive. I mean, these are pretty expensive for canned stuff too, but still much better. I gotta prep some meat too. What I'm going to do with meat though is just to cut them up so I don't have to spend time prepping throughout the week. That's the goal here, not to make pre-made food, but to make cooking throughout the week much easier. I also got some steak. I'm just gonna thinly slice it. And then chicken thighs. Half I'm going to bake in the oven and half boil and make a broth. I always save meat for the end because you always want to prep vegetables first so you don't have to use multiple services. So, I also have garlic. I got some onions from a couple days ago. I'm just gonna add some more in here. Thai bird chili. Usually I mix this together to make flavored fish sauce, or in recipes that call for like stir fry garlic, I usually do garlic and chili too. I like my things spicy. I usually like to prep with music, audiobook, or sometimes I have YouTube on, but I just wanted to talk to you guys about marinated eggs. One of the best snacks, or you can turn it into a meal too, eating it with rice. I'm just gonna test this and see if it's good. Oh! Okay. I was hoping to reuse that. But that was no good anymore. What I'm gonna do is just gonna remake the marinade, which is fine. So I can show you guys how I do it too. Pop these. Also, it's helpful if you prep right next to a trash can. If you don't have a trash can nearby, just have like a bucket that you can like just toss in really quickly. A little bit of sriracha. Fish sauce. You can substitute with soy sauce. The flavor profile is going to be a little bit different, but it's just salt. Sesame oil. Vinegar. You can use whichever type of vinegar you have on hand. Just a dash. A little bit of sugar. And then I like a little bit of MSG, but if you don't want to use MSG, that's fine. Just a tiny bit. So I'm just gonna pour this over into here. And then you're gonna fill up the rest with water just to cover the egg. Like that. And then I give it a little swirl just so all of the seasoning is mixed well. Like that. So the way I usually do is I cut up vegetables and make the least mess. So if I chop parsley now, the little pieces will be everywhere. So I save that for a little bit later. Same for green onions and kale. What I'm gonna work on next is bok choy, king oyster, and bell peppers. finally done with the beef. Oh! We're good, we're good, we're good. Oh my god, all that work. I'm tired. Not getting any Addison Lee. Okay, so the plan with the chicken is half roasted, half boil. I'm going to just separate them into 2 bags, and that's it. That's all I'm doing with the chicken. The beef, I'm gonna keep them raw and frozen until I'm ready to use. But what I'm gonna do with these is 1 stir fry with ramen noodles. These are technically egg noodles, but they look like ramen noodles. So I'm going to do stir fry beef with this noodles and then with bok choy. Did you see how things are like putting together? So I'm just going to keep the beef frozen until the day before. Yeah. And I gotta say, babe. And then we'll cut this up. And this is going to be dinner and lunch. I mean, there's going to be a good amount of leftover, so I'll probably have this over the next few days as well. And then just breaking up with roasted chicken in the middle somewhere. If I'm tired of the soup. Usually, I love soup, and the soup with the radish daikon. Oh, so good. All right, let's just get this done. And one thing that I really like about prepping all on one day is just taking the trash out. Like nothing sit in the house. I was gonna put on these gloves because I don't want to wash my hands again. I've already washed my hands like 873 times. Let's just put these. Last thing to prep is pork riblets. And I'm gonna have it for dinner too. So we're just gonna go ahead, cut, and put the whole thing in here. This half of the daikon is also going into the soup a little bit later. Hey Siri, next song. My one solution is my queen. Hey Siri, next song. Hey Siri, next song. And there we have it. I have bell peppers prepped because I love this Turkish dish called menemen. If you've had shakshuka, it is pretty similar to that. It's like a tomato-based sauce and you crack eggs on top. It's a little bit of an addiction, and that's how I get vegetables in. Marinated quail eggs. Over the week, I am going to boil some regular size eggs as well. Put them in here and marinate them and have them either as snack or eat them with rice and make it like a small meal. I usually like to soft boil the eggs, so 6 minutes instead of let it run until hard boil. You can do it hard boil too if you like, but I prefer my egg soft boil. More radish daikon. Green onions, sweet onions, more sweet onions. Prep bok choy, drop in the pan, stir fry it. I don't have to worry about washing it. I don't have to worry about cutting them up. It's already done. Chop and wash kale. Ooh, that's what I probably should have done. Maybe I still can. I probably won't. What I'm doing now. Garlic and chili. This is the old parsley that I still have some left, so I'm gonna use this first. New parsley. Beef, also beef. These are going into the freezer. King oyster is already shredded. I like it shredded, but I usually like it shredded just because I just do. Yeah. We're gonna get started on dinner. What time is it now? 2:30. We're done pretty good. Growing up Asian, in order to make broth, you always do first boil, dump that water out, boil it again. And that second broth, that's what you keep. And then we'll add this for about half an hour. And then that's done. Other than that, I just gotta stop the fridge, reorganize it, and we gotta clean, and I think we're good. I almost forgot. chia seed puddings. I love chia seed puddings. Your tummy, well, my tummy loves chia seed pudding. So we're gonna go do that. Sugar. Oh! This is not a part of the meal prep. It's just for me. I need something to hold me over. The real Vietnamese soy milk. When I eat, I do add a little bit more milk too. And I just do half a serving. Which I like mine a little bit sweet. And then all you gotta do, mix this up, close the lid, and then put it in the fridge. But I'm not gonna do that right now because I got these to do, but I can't show you. My camera's dying. Off camera, I actually finished making the matcha puddings, grated some Parmesan cheese, and I also cut some, not honeydew, cantaloupe. If they're not cut, they might just sit until they rot. So I cut it, and I'm very happy about that. That's it for prepping. My dinner is still cooking. I might show it to you if I remember. I'm going to get started on cleaning because I have a whole lot of dishes to do. Take the trash out, and I also need to take the dogs out because they're going crazy.